For as long as our country has been in existence, we have always honored those who have served it. We have heard the popular songs that were created to cheer us up from the dark days of war. We have fought for what we believed in and fought it well. However, the Vietnam War was unlike most wars. We were forced to change our tactics. We weren't fighting against formal armies, we were fighting against guerrillas. The Viet Cong infiltrated their surroundings, creating ambushes in the jungle and from underground tunnels, and lived among and blended in with the villagers. It was hard for Americans to determine who was a friend and who was an enemy, but it was a decision they had to make, to kill or be killed. Many bombings resulted in collateral damage. These were seen by thousands of Americans at home through the media. Traumatic photos and videos led to numerous college campus riots, anti-war demonstrations, and concerts for peace, partially creating the counterculture and contributing to the hippie era. As a result, many viewed our returning veterans as baby killers. After going through stress, confusion, anxiety, pain, and hatred in an unknown land, our veterans came home with no one to talk to or who could understand what they've been through. Unlike past wars, instead of being heroes, they were isolated and unappreciated for serving our country.
Voluntarily enlisted, even though I had a full scholarship. I decided my country was more important than me going to college.
I brought a platoon picture of what all of us young, good-looking guys looked like back then.
It's been 36 years since the last combat units came off the line and came home.
When I landed at the San Francisco airport, I was spit on. I was called a baby killer.
Well, it hurt everybody's feelings. People were against the war, so they were against us, basically.
And I couldn't never understand that.
So I went in the men's room, took off my uniform, threw it in a garbage can, and put on civilian clothes to wear the rest of the way home.
And all we were doing is a job that we were asked to do.
You don't hold it against American people.
I was not one of these.
Music changed as well. It went from upbeat pro-war songs like Yankee Doodle during the Revolutionary War to anti-war songs like Eve of Destruction and LBJ Told the Nation. The Vietnam War has been talked about and written about more than any other war. However, because the war has been over for decades, my generation can't fully grasp the post-war atmosphere during that time. But it does not mean the war, and particularly its veterans, should be forgotten in American history. As President Ronald Reagan stated, we can't forget those who served, those who fought, and those still missing, and those who gave their last full measure of devotion for our country. The Vietnam War was unlike other wars. Our veterans, instead of coming home as heroes, became the victims of a divided nation.